I'm just checking in on all my Floridians. I hope you guys are doing well. Hold on this camera. How's everybody doing? Please check in with me, you guys. Put a heart if you're okay. Are you guys okay? Put a heart. All my Floridians, all my people in Florida. Put a heart. Put a heart. My mom texted me this morning. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. And she has no power. Okay, she has no power, but she's alive, and that's what matters. Anything else could be replaced as far as your house, your car, the material things, right? Because sometimes we think about the material things more than we think about just staying alive. Okay. What I noticed too, I watched a lot of videos. I was sent a lot of videos of what occurred in Florida, and I noticed you guys had a lot of tornadoes, which we get tornadoes, but not like we did. Okay. I also noticed the lightning and the tornadoes. It was different than what we normally get in Florida. Because we get hurricanes in Florida, of course. If you live in Florida, you know you get hurricanes. That's just something that happens. You guys check in, my Floridians. If you don't have power, you're probably saving. If you don't have no power source to charge, like a generator and stuff, you are probably trying to just keep your phone charged at this time. One thing about Florida, if you live in Florida, there's two things that you have to have if you reside in Florida. One is a hurricane kit, okay? I made one for my mother and I had one myself where I resided. Okay, I just got a regular tote. I filled it up with the basic necessities or essentials. Um, Flashlights, batteries, flashlight batteries. So I had two different totes, right? I had one for non-perishable items, things that I could use to open up, like if I can't make food because the power went out. So I had those. We had a backup generator. We had flashlights. We had first aid kits because they can't get to you in time. Some of my friends even had um, kayaks, okay, because of the water. Okay. What else? Let's see. Batteries. And there's other things. I should have probably did this video way before the aftermath. But people are going to be recovering all over the state of Florida. Um, and there is a sending prayers to all. Yes, I'm sending prayers and love to everybody that's out there. And I hope everybody is truly doing well. Yes, Al Palmer. We have to send prayers and not just prayers, love. Um, I watched videos last night, and one of the videos had me in tears. Okay, literally in tears. I grew up in Florida, you guys. I grew up in Florida and Pennsylvania. I never, and me and my mom was talking about this, and I just broke down. Okay. They wanted people to write their names, birthdays, and social security numbers on their physical body. Okay. Um, on their physical body. Okay. So right here, you would write like your name, your date of birth, and your social security number. Okay. That was very disturbing to me, and I just broke down and I started crying. Because I have my mother, I have my friends, I have my brother, I have like family down there, lots of family. Um, and I was very concerned because of the tornadoes, because they're just getting slammed and hit constantly. Um, there's another one that's in the Gulf as I speak. So, and then people were actually filling up U-Hauls and leaving. Okay. Um, so I was, and I don't think the people that are leaving are people that have been raised and born in Florida because they know this is a part of living in Florida. You get the sunshine, you get the hurricanes, okay? Um, but what I noticed too was my mom said the whole sky turned green, okay? She said the whole sky was turning green, okay, which was very weird to me because normally when we have hurricanes or tornadoes, hey, Grand Rising King, I don't ever remember the sky turning green. Okay, that might maybe because of the tornado, but it gets very dark. Okay, very very dark. So she said the sky turned green. Okay, um, so she loves Florida. So she has to make a decision if she's going to stay there or if she's going to leave. Okay, because she's getting older now, and I think she's getting tired. Um, of have to being like have to be preparing and but she has all her friends there. She loves her job. She's a nurse. But I was concerned. Okay, so I barely slept last night and I'm on 10 hours. Okay, 10 hours. So it's just like, and then people are calling me, asking me, why haven't I called them? Why haven't I talked to them? Like, I have my mother in Florida. Okay. I have friends in Florida and I was very concerned for her life and other people's life. Okay. Because you guys know that I lost my father in 2021 and I'm not ready to lose my mother. Okay. So, and then I have another friend that also, I have so many friends in Florida. I did a check in this morning with everybody. I just did a post and I just checked in on everybody to see if they're okay. To put down below, like if they're safe, if they're okay. A check in because I just want to make sure everybody's okay because I've lived through hurricanes. You guys, I grew up in Florida, so I lived through them. One of the worst ones that I can always remember is 2005. I'll never forget, I was not prepared in 2005. And Red Cross, I was calling Red Cross, okay? In 2005, I was pregnant with my youngest daughter, and I had my two other kids, and I said I would never put myself in that position again because the Red Cross, FEMA was not coming to save us, okay? Because they can't get to you. Even if you call 911, they cannot get to you. This is why it's so important that you be prepared than repaired. Um, Also, I had a friend that is very wealthy, and they were so concerned about their homes. Okay, I was shocked. Okay, um, in the community, I'm like, your home can always be replaced. So also, I found out that a lot of insurance companies, people are not in Florida. The insurance is high in Florida. I'm not just talking about car insurance. I'm talking about rental insurance. Okay, because of the hurricanes. So people have had damages from previous hurricanes, and their homes are not getting fixed. Okay, they have to pay the money out to fix their homes, and then after they pay the money out, they have to wait for the adjuster. The adjuster comes, and then they have to wait for that check to come in of whatever money they spent on fixing their property. And there is, I think, one insurance company now in Florida. A lot of them left Florida. I'm talking about homeowner insurance, and I'm trying to think of the name of that company because they're the only one left in Florida that I know of. It could be more than one, but I'm seeing one. A lot of homeowner insurance companies, they bail it out because they just don't have the money to pay for people's homes that are being destroyed. Okay, and then I have friends that are getting lawyers. I have one friend that has like 5 properties. and actually had to get lawyers involved, and they got some money, but they have to pay lawyers to even move the process along because the waiting list is so long. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on in Florida. But I just wanted to check in and make sure everybody was okay that's in Florida. Um, I'm just doing a check in. I hope you guys are well, truly well. My mother doesn't have power. I think it was 3.5 billion or million people without power right now. So that's basically what all the states of all Florida. Okay. I know some linemen came in from Texas um, that came before the hurricane hit. Okay. So I know they are working on the electric and stuff like that. But people are still recovering from Helen. Okay. And what really bothered me is like some people don't even have money, you guys, um, to get out of Florida. Okay. People are living paycheck to paycheck. I know FEMA had their website up. I was reading it and stuff. Um, so yeah, people are living paycheck to paycheck, so they don't have money to leave. Okay, and that's a problem. Okay, so also I seen another video yesterday that had me in tears. You guys, oh my gosh, people had horses and they were writing their phone numbers on the horses because the horses animals they know how to come back home. Okay, and people were letting their animals go, the horses. Okay, because there's a lot of ranchers in Florida. That's where the original cowboys came from, Florida. Okay, so like Gainesville, Suffolk Hills, um, uh, Dunedin, Lakeland. Um, a lot of those parts are rural areas. Even some parts in Orlando, some places in Ocala. I've been in these areas, you guys, that I'm speaking about, so I know. Um, they're ranchers, they're farmers. Okay, so some of them just let their horses go. Okay, and they wrote their phone numbers on the horses, and I was just in tears. Okay, um, so this happens because it's a part of nature, but also people manipulating nature. Okay, remember I said there's a lot of manipulation of nature, um, because think about it. Um, I think it was here in Pennsylvania and Virginia. I don't know why I keep seeing Virginia. Um, we were getting like tornadoes, okay, and we barely get tornadoes. So there is a project that the corporations it's called weather modification. Okay, so when you what mess with nature, okay, nature is natural. That's why it's called nature. Okay, so you can't be messing with nature. Okay, and their anniversary will be on the 13th. So you can't mess with Mother Nature. Okay, Mother Nature is off limits as far as the natural process. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing people 70 years. Can you believe this? 70 years of this weather modification. Um, Weather modification is somebody messing with the actual body of water, the elements of air, um, and the elements of the land, the earth itself. So there is a unbalance, but there will be a balance. Okay. So I just wanted to check in with my Florida people. I am sending you guys prayers. I'm seriously sending you guys prayers. I could barely sleep last night when it started. When it hit, I think it was supposed to be a category 5, and then it went down because on land it slows down, I think. Um, and it went down to like a 3 or 4 or something like that. But they're already trying to recover from Helen. Okay. So people's homes were like, I mean, it was crazy. Okay. They had water in their homes. Okay. Florida is on a body of water. Florida is surrounded by water. Okay. And then there's people that just moved to Florida and never been through a hurricane. Okay. Um, oh yeah, and then I seen now this was funny. Lieutenant Dan. I don't know if you guys seen Lieutenant Dan. Um when I seen him, I was like, he's definitely a Floridian to the bones. Cause most Floridians, they live through hurricanes, so they don't like go crazy and all that. But these hurricanes are different. Okay. And the thing is, people are trying to recover. People can't go to work, so they have no income. I mean, this is just crazy. So you got to be prepared before you're repaired. Okay. But I hope everybody's doing well wherever you're at. In the state of Florida, check in my Floridians or people who moved to Florida, because I look at it as I'm a Floridian. Because I was raised in Florida, I was born in Pennsylvania, but raised in Florida and Pennsylvania. Okay, so Florida is in my blood. Um, but like I said, we have a lot of ranchers in Florida. A lot of the original cowboys came from Florida. The name cowboy itself came from Florida. So when I seen the horses and they were letting the horses go, I was just like crying. Okay. And then I seen people that couldn't even, people were on horses trying to get out of Florida. Okay. I've never seen that. And I lived through some hurricanes. So, and I never seen them saying to mark your body. Okay. It was like, how you have a body tag. Okay. You're marking your body. What I was feeling, and that's what I was getting. I feel like they gave the Floridians enough time to get out. But people were also talking to their Alexa, and their Alexa predicted this hurricane, which I found very interesting. That it was actually predicting something, that the AIs were predicting something that was going to that happen in the present and in the future. Okay. Yeah, so we're sending prayers, we're sending love to the people in Florida. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are well. Um, and I hope that this next one that's out there in the body of water doesn't get to land. Um, Also, I keep seeing something in the Gulf, like how it's in the body of water, like somebody like stirring something up, or like a machine like at the ground just going like this, like seeding. Okay, I guess they call it seeding, like moving the ground. Is bizarre, but that's what I'm seeing. And you notice Florida has had a lot of hurricanes, but you notice that Africa has never had one hurricane. The continent of Africa has never had one hurricane, one tornado. Think about that, you guys. The continent of Africa never has had a hurricane and never has had a tornado. Okay? Think about that. Okay? Think about that. Yeah. It's very interesting. Okay? So I'm just checking in, make sure you guys are doing okay. Comment below. We need to send our love, our prayers to these people. Are you safe? Yeah, my mother's safe. She just don't have no electricity. There's no electricity there. I think most of the whole state of Florida doesn't have no electricity. But I'm just checking in with you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. So let's send prayers and let's send love to the people of Florida. Yeah, check in. Good job. I'm glad you're doing okay. Yeah, let's send prayers. Let's send love to these people. because they are going through a lot. Like I said, they can't even go to work. Okay. And when they have a hurricane in Florida, you got to understand it's not like having rainfall here, like in the northeast. Their their roads flood. Okay. They don't have no sewer systems like we do. Okay. Because they're already on a body of water itself. So yeah, there's a lot of people recovering. They do have linemen I seen coming in from Texas. And then they have linemen that are already in the state of Florida. Okay. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm sending you love and I'm sending you prayers. Okay, you guys? All right. Thank you guys for joining us live. Check in on your family and friends in Florida. But I just find it very interesting that the continent of Africa never got a hurricane. Okay. I find that very interesting. Okay. And we need to think about that more. Why is it only certain places getting hurricanes? Okay. Florida, for instance. Okay. Not Africa, but Florida. Okay. I find that very interesting. And a lot of hurricanes start from the name hurricane came from my father's tribe. Okay. The name hurricane came from my father's tribe, the Taino Indians. Okay. So I find it very interesting that they don't even land on the motherland. Okay. Also, I want to say something about the Indians. There's many Indians in the state of Florida. Now, I was being brought to fire. So Tampa is Tampa is the stick of fires. Okay. And I was watching a TikTok video, and they said that the natives did certain things to protect the land. Okay. Now, is this true? Yes and no. Okay. Yes, they've the things ceremonies to protect their land. Okay. And there's so many natives in the state of Florida, the Seminoles. Okay. They're one of the biggest tribes in Florida, the Seminole Indians. Um, and then Milton itself is named after a Native American tribe in the state of Florida. Okay. So, and people were saying that this land was protected for so long and then they were digging up bodies. I don't know how true that is, you guys. Okay. But I'm just saying there's a lot of natives in the state of Florida. Okay. Born bloodline natives. Okay. Not Milton the monster. I know. You know, when I looked at Milton, and I've seen other hurricanes, with that feminine energy, Milton definitely had that masculine energy, but also had that masculine energy where there was manipulation going on. Okay, that was what I was getting psychically. Okay, Milton was the the Milton, the hurricane, was masculine. The energy behind it was manipulation. Okay, monster, yes, manipulation. Okay, it actually looked like when I looked in the eye of it. Yeah, Milton sounds like a Caribbean name. Yes, it does. And the Caribbean islands too. I think there's another one coming. They're all coming from the Gulf, which I find that very interesting. There's something going on in the body of water in the Gulf, as far as manipulation. But yes, Milton is a Caribbean name. Julie, yes, Milton is definitely a Caribbean name. I don't know if Jamaica, and these other islands like Puerto Rico. Yeah, is no, yes, 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 yes. This is why I say I feel like there's so much going on. And what I was getting from Milton was masculine, and what I was getting, it was manipulation. Okay. All right, you guys. All right, I was just checking in, you guys. All right, I'm sending you love and prayers. Love and prayers. Yes, she is coming through heavily, and that is feminine energy. That's why I said Milton was masculine energy. So what's happening is there is an unbalance of nature, but there will be a balance of nature. Okay? And this is what we will see in the present and in the future. When that day I was taking a hike in the nature, I felt like Mother Nature was bleeding, right? And there is an unbalance because of the manipulation. So there will be a balance, okay? Because Mother Nature always has to be balanced, okay? Always. Yes. And she is coming through heavily, okay? So you will see a balance, okay? Also, I looked up, I was being brought to mathematical geometry, but you guys know I'm not saying geometry, I'm saying something else, okay? And it was interesting because it was already seen in the past that this was going to happen. Okay, I can't say the name on YouTube or they'll take my video down. So it's something like geometry, which you guys know what I'm talking about. The ones that are alchemists like me, you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, I kept seeing it. Okay, so it was something that was already going to happen, but there is a unbalance, but there will be a balance. Okay, and this is what we will see and we will experience. Okay, you guys. All right, thank you guys for joining me, and stay safe, stay well, and I will continue to pray for you guys. Okay. All right, you guys. And check in, you guys. Okay.